working right now. OBS says I'm not, but I have no idea if we're working well. What's up, T-Dust? What's up, Cicada? I got my chat. It looks like it's working. It looks like I haven't completely forgotten everything. Can you still hear me, brother? Okay, I see 11 viewers. Alright. Looks like it's working. If you guys can't hear me, just let me know. Of course, how would you be able to even hear me saying if you can't hear me, if you can't hear me? The classical paradox. But it looks like everything's working, so thank you guys for joining. We have Matt on, but I think he's having some technical issues right now. Matt is a gentleman whom I met.
Okay.
Audio is live. Thank you. Yeah, I can hear you, brother. Awesome. It looks like they can too. What's up, Crimson? What's up, Cicada? What's up,
Why can I not hear anything?
I might mute Matt for a second while he figures things out. Audio's fine. Thank you. Thank you. So, just another Matt is a gentleman who helped me out a lot. Honestly, we kind of bonded over the issue with Justin Cordova.
Why is it?
He's still struggling. I think I'm going to mute him on my end for a second.
No, I can't hear anything. Hold on one second, buddy.
Sounds good, pal. Is it first time in a Sallow Down live stream? Damn, we got a lot of people in here. I'm honored, honestly. I'm honored. Thank you guys so much. What's up, Henny Powers, Morales, Jib, the classic, Bigger Boss Game Heads, Grind SXNN, Low Tier Sexual Resurrected. You guys have some great names. I think you're Duca, right? I'm Braden Garcia, Bigger Boss Gamer Hands. I already greeted you. Dale Wilson. Oh, Peanut Butter Complex in the chat. What's up, buddy? It's going well. Good to see you, sir. Glad you can make it. So, It's Another Matt is a gentleman whom I bonded with over the Justin Cordova issue. Honestly, he was the one who obviously first publicly announced what happened to Justin. He was the one who shared that news publicly on YouTube.
There we go. Sorry about that.
You're
good
good
to go now, bro.
Is there a delay? Jib, is there a delay for you?
Me? No.
People in the chat were saying there was a delay. You're dead ass moving to Lancaster? I've already moved to Lancaster. I'm in Casa de Lancaster right now. Can you guys not tell by the cheap wall behind me?
Casa de Lancaster.
Yeah.
Alright, I have got no video, so let me go
You're fine. Audio only is fine.
Oh, okay.
If you want a cam up, just let me know. But honestly, I wasn't expecting.
You can put my cam up. That's fine by me. That's no problem.
Honestly, I've forgotten how to even capture my screen. Sup, Z-Kid? Why did he lie about it being a drug overdose that I called him? He was pretending it wasn't. I don't think he knew exactly what happened, Crimson. I mean, you gotta be tactful about these situations, Crimson. Death is never easy. Especially the death of a close friend. So, am I actually dead?
At the time, I didn't know it was an overdose. When I talked with his father, I didn't press the subject. Like, yeah. He had just passed, and I didn't really want to press that subject with him.
Exactly.
But I do know that if it was an overdose, then it was definitely an accidental one.
Gotcha.
Like, I was talking to him the night before, and he was going to some rave on his birthday on the 29th. And then my birthday's on the 30th, so I woke up texting him, and I didn't hear anything. And then his phone just went dead. Because when you text or do anything with an iPhone, if they get that message and they haven't blocked you, it turns blue because it's iMessage. I'm sure everybody knows that, and the old man here's got to explain it to everyone like they're retarded, but still. His phone just wouldn't call me back, and then October 15th, his dad finally got into his phone, or somewhere around that, and he reached out to me and let me know what was going on then. But yeah,
honestly,
I ain't gonna lie. I was just talking to my wife, Mary. It's doing this stream's kind of bittersweet for me because I love streaming with Justin. We just kick back and just be stupid and talk to each other. And I ain't gonna lie, it feels good doing this again. It really does.
Yeah. I remember that you were actually that's how I first discovered you because you were on the Dabs cast, as they called it, or as he called it. That was how I first ever heard your voice. I'm the only one that thinks Dale's community is a cult. No, Dale's community definitely is a cult. It's definitely.
Oh, they are, dude. They are, dude. 100%. Like, I actually have been a lurker in the lol cow scene for a while. Never really did anything with the channel, but I am very up online. Like Birdman said, only use me, Blade. Everybody knows about Blade and the leg holes, man. I mean, and then you got Jordy. I love that. Me and Justin would go back and forth about him all the time. We send each other gifts of like. There's this one guy, Pollard Stencils. I don't know if y'all know his channel, but he makes some banger Jordy edits, man. Like, he's got next level effects on this shit. It is awesome. But I would send him a little short gifts of that. I'm sorry, dude. I went off on a tangent.
No. I'm actually glad that you brought up the subject of lolcows in general, like Jordy and DSP. An interesting thing happened on Kiwi Farms the other day. Or not even just Kiwi Farms, but with DSP as opposed to Jordy. You saw, obviously, DSP streamed and he showed his wife. And basically everyone in the world kind of dogpiled her for having gained weight. And I just wanted to ask your opinion on that, Matt. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, she's not 18, she's living with a guy who is completely sedentary and has a terrible lifestyle, has a terribly unhealthy lifestyle. Like, who didn't see her getting a little bit unhealthy, Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and there is this thing when some people get married too that it's called call it the middle-age spread or whatever you want to, but
the 7-year itch
settled around well, yeah, that too. But once you get settled around a partner, I guess, you don't have to go to the gym as much unless you're in that life. Then you don't have to try to look hard or try to look as best as you can be for your spouse. I don't know. It's a psychological thing that I was reading about years ago. That you just stop caring about how you look because you finally got somebody you love and they accept you. So sometimes people let themselves go.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. For most people, the entire reason that they maintain good shape is to, find a partner. Once you find a partner and lock them up, perhaps there's not the same incentive to look like that curvaceous, bodacious 18-year-old you once were. But, I mean, like, I don't think the woman's ugly.
18-year-old, I don't either.
Yeah, I mean,
to each his own, man. If that's what DSP likes.
Yeah, maybe he definitely does like fat women. He loves fat women.
Yeah.
Jib says you're a goat for dropping that review video, bro. Completely out of the blue like a silent assassin. Thank you, Jib. We've had that sitting around for a while. That video, unless you're IFFBB wellness athlete. Well, yeah, I mean, I intend to stay in good shape my entire life, but not for the purpose of a partner, just because I think it's a good thing to do. I mean, your body, mind, soul connection. There's something real to that.
Oh, most definitely. Then.
JDX says, "Daddy's."
One's out of whack.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, when one's out of whack, the other two will suffer one way or another.
I completely agree. Depression is so massive in our generation. Mental health issues are so massive in our generation. I imagine that has a lot to do with how sedentary we are and how just completely inhuman we kind of act. Like, you know, we're monkeys, we're primates, we're made to move, and so many people are just sitting on their ass all day and, like, you know, not doing what a human is meant to do.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what sheet metal said. Just out of nowhere, he said DSP likes men.
DSP likes men. I don't know about that. Daniel Isaac says, Sallow, you should cover Dementio. Also, you are the GOAT for driving that review. He was for sure seething over that. Thank you, Daniel Isaac. Well, the other thing that was interesting about the whole cat nonsense is that it set Null of Kiwi Farms off. Do you know who Null is, Matt?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. He went.
Josh Moon, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Connor Moon, as Ethan Ralph likes to call him. It set him off. Like, it set him off, and he was infuriated at DSP detractors in general. Basically, you know, saying they're the worst pieces of shit in the world. Like, they're always trying to do illegal shit, and I'm just stunned. I feel like most DSP guys are not like that whatsoever.
No. Now, most Delphexuals, yes, but I ain't gonna go into that shit. I got a love-hate relationship with them idiots. Like, I would say the worst trolls out there would have to be Chris Chan's, man. Like, just look at Blue Spike. Everything that kid did was horrendous.
I agree completely, and the fact that kid was underage doing that shit, like, that's disgusting. Honestly, disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, there's fucking with people, and then there's, like, doing what he did. Like, I've seen and heard all the tapes, seen and heard shit I wish I'd never seen and heard just based on Chris Chan alone.
Danny Summers, thank you so much for the 5 Canadian Super Chat. He says, hey, Biscuit, big fan. Use this money to get another Quest bar and Gatorade Zero. Thank you, buddy. I will. I got it right here. Thank you, brother. Sorry the alert doesn't work. I guess that's something I'll have to address in the future. We used to have the Stream Elements alerts working. I guess when you don't do something for a year, everything just breaks. Said Null got aggro.
I know.
Null got very aggroed about the situation. I mean, someone made the comment that they called... Oh, the alert worked. Awesome. Someone got very angry about it. Or, excuse me, Null got very angry about it. And really, the comment he replied to was just calling him fat. Was just calling him a feeder. Which is kind of funny and kind of true, right? Like, Null...
I didn't see that one. But yeah. Yeah, I could see that, man. I mean, look how skinny DSP got. And he got chicken arms all of a sudden.
I don't know, man. The point I'm trying...
No.
The point at the end of the day is that... I don't know, I think people are being a little harsh on Kat. I mean, she's not a lolcow herself, right? Does marrying a lolcow ought to make you a lolcow, Matt? I don't know. Not in my worldview.
No, not in mine. I mean, to be a lolcow, that's... You got to have your own special brand of something, and you can't marry into it. It's just... No, it wouldn't make...
You can't marry into the business.
Married into the business, there you go.
Yeah, Tito, I'll say... Well, I don't know if they came for Null. Null kind of started the fight, but... I don't know. The long story short is, although I think Null kind of reacted like a child, I do see where he's coming from. Like, people are way too harsh on Kat just for being fat. And like Matt was saying...
Yeah.
Like Matt was saying, some people like that fatness. Some people like a little extra junk in the trunk, as they say. Danny Summer says, biscuits are awesome. Can't believe Dale uses it as an insult. Sonny asks, what makes a lolcow a lolcow? Great question. Matt, what do you think? What makes a lolcow a lolcow? I've talked about this several times before, and I definitely have a long-winded answer to give, but I'd love to hear your opinion.
The shortest answer I can give is lack of self-awareness. Like, Chris Chan, yes, you can understand. Chris Chan is actually surprisingly self-aware of his own situation. Like, even when he was a teenager, and this may have been coming from what Barbara said to him, or the lumberjack said to him, about, you know, he understood at one point that see, this is what kind of broke my heart with Chris. To understand you're not as smart as everyone else, and to understand, even if you don't know what it means, to understand you're just a little step behind everyone else. It's got to be like,
Hey,
mentally,
Doc.
that I would
Glad
think
to
that
see
would
you
be
back in
pure
the
hell.
streaming business.
Because
Can't wait for the
you're
tales
trapped
of
in a world
Lancaster.
that's going too fast for you sometimes, and you just don't know how to react to it, and you tend to shut down or go into a fantasy land. But Chris, that's heartbreaking as he is, that's its own thing. But with Phil, what makes Phil specifically a law cow is the fact that he just doesn't care. He thinks he's running a successful business, and the dents are his. I don't know if he calls them customers. He doesn't see them as friends. He sees them as a revenue stream. So I would think he sees them as customers.
Mr. Silverring, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He said, "Hey Don, glad to see you back in the streaming business. Can't wait for the Tales of Lancaster." Thank you, brother. There will definitely be plenty of Tales of Lancaster in the future. So Matt, I largely agree with you with what you said about what makes a law cow a law cow. Honestly, personally, I think everyone is a law cow at some point. Like if you dive deep enough into someone's personal life, there's going to be some skeleton in the closet that they're embarrassed about, that they can't really justify. That, you know, that's humiliating. That makes them law worthy, as one might say. But the thing about an actual law cow is that they put that shit out there.
I got 1,000 myself. Like,
oh, of course.
Exactly. Yes,
of course.
They do.
Yeah.
Like, if I streamed every cringe moment in my life, I'm sure I'd be on the Kiwi farm somewhere.
No doubt. But, and you just hit on what's the primary difference, in my opinion, is, you know, these people, they just put it out there, and they don't even work on it once it is out there. Like, you got people like Dale Wilson, who, no offense, but he has just spent the last 10 years of his life being the same miserable, low IQ weirdo who just gets mad at underage people for not donating enough money to him, like he's entitled to it. What's up, Steph Markovich?
Yeah.
Glad to have you, buddy. Daniel Isaac says, Chris Chan is mentally ill, though, so I don't know if he counts as what a law cow is now. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, there's two types of law cows, in my opinion. Like, there's the criminal law cows that I wouldn't even call them law cows because I don't laugh at them. Like, people like Isabella Janke that I just legitimately think are bad people. But then there's, you know, like...
Well, she can rot in hell, dude.
Yeah.
Just the lowest circle of Dante's hell, she's right there with it.
Telephony denial of DDoS. I like it, too. And yeah, and then there's people like DSP who are largely harmless. And honestly, that's what I love about DSP, personally, is the fact that he's harmless. Like, he's never gonna... It's never gonna come out that he raped someone. It's never gonna come out that he abused someone. Like, people try to claim he groomed Panda Lee when she sought him out first. I don't know how old she was, if she was 17 or 18, but I do know she sought him out first, and you know that horn dog was not going to be able to resist that. But,
that sweet Asian boom dang.
God bless that woman. God bless that woman. Low tier sexual says.
Have you seen a picture of her recently?
She's
she's
attractive
on Twitter. Oh yeah, like she definitely got the better end of that relationship.
No doubt. Yeah, yeah. I think DSP was a fool not to cherish her more, because she definitely treated him like a king.
Oh yeah.
But I hope he's happy with Kat now. I think he should just impregnate Kat. Jay with the 20 euro circle.
That may be why she's getting fat, dude.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to make that same half joke too. Like, it's easier to get pregnant when you're fat. Not when you're fat. When you have a little more weight on you, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, if you have 0% body fat, you ain't getting pregnant. Jay, thank you so much for the 20 euro super chat. He says, please never ever leave YouTube again. Thank you so much, brother. I wish I could make that guarantee to you. The problem is, man, I kind of don't control my own life. Like, I'm going to a whole different country in a month for a long time, for example. I'll try to do some stupid crap while I'm there. But obviously I definitely won't be able to be as active.
Please never ever leave YouTube again.
Again, thank you so much. But
be safe when you go over there, man.
Thank you, brother.
Everybody's getting fucking crazy nowadays.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's in Asia, so and they say COVID is resurging there, so who knows? We'll see what happens. But it's like, you know, I the problem is I'm just exceedingly busy in real life. I'm sorry, man. I mean, that's why I put at the bottom of my channel, you know, channels you should subscribe to instead of me, you know. Dudes like it's another Matt, dudes like Immo, like these guys are not only better than I at the whole YouTubing thing, but they're more active than I, and I think they can be more active than I. So that's why I recommend them. I'm sorry, man. I'll try, but I can't make any promises. Actually, I can make one promise, Matt. This is gonna be the first time I reveal it, but you know our boy Ray Lazarus.
Yeah.
He and I have agreed that in May, and I know that's quite far out, but in May, we're going to fight on Street Beefs. We've been talking to Scarface a lot behind the streams. I think we're going to dedicate it to Justin too. Oh,
See, I was wanting to do that, but Ray told me to come with him to Street Beefs, and then all of a sudden he just tells me to meet him somewhere, and I'm scared if I don't. And like I would have done the whole Street Beefs. Like I'm 41, but
so is he. He's 42, I think.
Oh, okay.
39, maybe.
I mean, we're all former military, so
Mm-hmm.
let's just get in the middle of a ring and just bang it out. That's what I was willing to do. And I'll be honest with you, I still have a video that your dedication to Justin was beautiful. I just want to thank you for that again, man.
Thank you.
That meant so much to me. It really did. And I know it meant so much to Martin and his mother and everybody else.
Yeah, Martin actually reached out and said that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good family, man. They're a good family. Justin, for what he was online, you know, it was 90% a show.
Yeah.
It really was. Behind the scenes, he was an amazing dude. Like, I just met him one day chilling on YouTube when I was working at H&R Block, actually, and was setting up stores, and I found him, and I just started texting him or just attending his streams, and we become buddies. But sorry, I ate an edible before this, so back on topic. You might have to wrangle me in a little bit.
Yeah, I think I will. Let me interrupt. Sorry, Jib donated $2. Thank you, buddy. He said, "Here's a few quarters for the Casa de Lancaster laundry machine. Please share with your awkward tall neighbor. Also, he needs it more than you think." I agree. That's a Dale Wilson Lefford reference. But no, yeah. Thank you for saying that, Matt. I know multiple close friends of Justin actually reached out about that, and including his father via email. So thank you, man. That does mean a lot.
It's like I was saying, I still got one that I put together, and I just can't bring myself to release it, and I know I need to. And I'm going to be doing that in the next few days. It's not as long as and storied as yours. It's just, it'll be a quicker one, but I think it'll be more good. I think it'll be good, man. It's killing me just to think about it. But
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
yeah, I'm sorry I derailed the stream.
No, you're fine.
Sorry, I got it in my head, dude.
You're fine.
I apologize.
T-Dot says, did Lazarus
Yeah,
agree to become Don's
Go ahead.
enforcer if he loses? I gotta make sure he agrees to that, yeah. If he loses, yeah, he has to moderate my streams the way he used to moderate Dell's streams, and he has to.
if he loses, you ain't gonna lose, man. I promise you that. By the way, Super 5, brother, you ain't gonna lose.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I can't see myself losing either. No offense, Ray, but I don't think you have it for me. I think I spar with countless people who are better fighters than you on a weekly basis. So, Sallow, please give Laz such a beating he'll rethink his liver choices and leave Dev. I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever do that.
That was great. That was a good one.
What's up, Luke Jr.? Oh, life choices. I thought you meant liver choices, like his alcoholism, because he's definitely alcoholic. But Ray, you and I are gonna do it, and I'm gonna release a trailer for the fight too. Maybe I'll schedule that for when I'm gone, so that people have something to watch. What's Your Sexual says Dale wants 10 bands to fight Sallow. Yeah, he does. No, actually, he wants 50. But another topic that I wanted to bring up, I don't know if we have a lot of people who would cross into this world, Matt, in the stream chat right now, but the YouTube soundboard prank call community. I know you're deeply familiar with it because you know who the real Frank Garrett is.
Yeah. Yep. I see a Springfield. I saw that when
I forgot.
Springfield.
Forgot I did that.
Twist your nose. God, I've heard so many prank soundboards. I used to do them too. I used to call Richard Hudson a lot. Like that was my favorite one.
Richard Hudson. I'm not familiar with that guy.
Oh, Richard Hudson. He's best friends with Al the drunk.
Gotcha. Peanut Butter Complex. Yeah, I know you're deep into it. That's true. Peanut Butter Complex, the biggest archiver of Dale, is deep into it. There's some other guys like Ayo Coffee Sama in this community that are deep into it, and we'll definitely get Gregory Stevens references.
I love it.
I honestly think that there's a bit of a dearth of prank call content on YouTube. Like, it all gets banned. It all gets taken down once it hits 100K views because technically people are being victimized in it, I guess. Right? Like, you're prank calling someone.
Search Chronicles of Richard.
Jib says, I hope you've been well, though, brother. Missed you on the seat. Thank you, Jib. I appreciate that. Chronicles of Richard. I don't think it's returning what you think it's returning. It's talking about Richard the Lionheart, the greatest king of the Middle Ages.
Let me find it. I'll find it and I'll shoot you a link real quick. It's an older one. Wait.
Peanut Butter Complex. You actually archived all of the prank calls to Internet Archive.
Oh, dude. Ask him was he in a super Discord with a bunch of prank callers, but it got shut down like about a year ago, I think.
Oh, did that get shut down? I think I was in that Discord too, just to try to track the community. I mean, places like Realm of Darkness, they all eventually die. There used to be a wiki about prank calling.
Realm of Darkness, dude. I love Realm of Darkness. Used to love it back in the day. I always had it hotkeyed.
Whose dog? I'm sorry, that's my dog. So, JackJack, come here. JackJack, come here. So, JackJack, we actually recently got surgery for JackJack, like really big eye surgery, like really expensive eye surgery, honestly, because he was completely blind. And right now he's wearing the cone on, and he's barking at anything and everything. D says, it's been a while, my good sir. Hope all is well. It is. Thank you, brother. JackJack, come here. Jack, come here. Peanut Butter Complex. DeQuante Williams on Internet Archive. Yeah, we definitely got to link up Peanut Butter Complex because I want to do a little something in dedication to the prank call community. JackJack, come here. Come here.
I send it to you.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? As you guys can see, JackJack is unfortunately combed up, and that's why he's just eager to fight everyone. You guys can see he got his face is a little shaved.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Sorry to hear about that, Lukey.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, Lukey. What's it like having a dog and a cat? It's great. I mean, the cat is super friendly. Those black and white cats are friendly as heck. The cat honestly loves the dogs, but the two chihuahuas, they don't love the cat. Well, actually, it's just Igor does. He was blind, he would go after the cat a lot, and that was actually part of the big reason why we wanted to get him that surgery to restore his eyesight, because he used to like the cat, and all of a sudden he just started going after the cat. And thank you, Lukey. Thank you, Titos. And thank you, Titos, for being a member again, by the way. So we lost all memberships during the demonetization, but thankfully, I'm really glad to see you still have that old badge, like that 2-year badge or whatever the heck it is. Lukey says she's resting now. Yeah, God bless. You'll see her again one day. I believe the strongest. Yeah, I believe the strongest bonds in this world transcend death.
Almost definitely, man. And I believe everything happens for a reason. So Lukey was meant to have that animal. You were meant to have yours, and I was meant to have my beautiful 3 fur babies my wife and I have.
Yeah, you got 3 dogs, 3 cats.
With 3 dogs. I have a older Jack Russell that's as old as my wife's and I's marriage. She'll be 14 this year, baby.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, she'll be 14. I have a Chihuahua mix. His name is Louie. He'll be 10 or 11 this year. And then I got my wife her first puppy, who'll be 4 this year. She's a Shih Tzu.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's young for a Shih Tzu show. She's got a lot of years for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Shih Tzus. It's my wife never had a puppy, and as soon as I learned that, I was like, well, by God, I'm gonna be the first.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Lukey, don't even worry about the membership. And Daniel, yeah, it was Dale fans mass reporting me. And the same weirdo that is obsessed with Justin is obsessed with me. You guys know that account that's dedicated to doxing me? I'm 99% sure that weirdo, Gamil, runs it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Chozo? Chozo's in the chat. Hey, man, how you doing, brother?
What's up, Chozo?
Good to see you, man. Oh, yeah, dude. Gamil, bro, I want to get my hands on that son bitch for everything he's just put me through.
Sir, they're too kind. Sorry, go ahead.
Ooh. No, you're good, man. Like, Gamil, I don't think he realizes that I don't live that far from him anymore. I ain't in New Jersey no more. I moved home. And home is a lot closer than he realizes. But he hasn't really fucked with me lately. It's like Itchy Man Will went after me and Chozo recently.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's a bit to talk about there. Talking about Gamil first. Well, actually, first, sir, thank you again so much for becoming a member. You guys are too kind. You're my boy. And it says you're at 11 months. You're about to hit 12 months. God bless. That's awesome. But talking about Gamil, second. Gamil, for those of you who don't know, he is a weirdo. He is a loser. He is a super fan of Dale Wilson. He is a proud porn addict. He just, any girl that has a big ass or big boobs on Twitter, on OnlyFans, like, he follows them and he ats the shit out of them and, like, begs them for nudes and shit like that.
Like worse than Erish. Eric, however you want to say it. Way worse than him. Like, to the point it's not even funny.
And, Matt, you made the point that the guy has kind of been silent lately. Go ahead, Pop.
Oh, no, yeah. Gamil's just been silent lately. He hasn't really been going after me at all.
I saw on his Twitter, and the weird fellow follows me on Twitter. Here, let me pull it up. I saw that he added me 1,000,000 times and said that he is suing me or some shit like that. Yeah, it says I will be suing Sallow, like, after a month of silence.
I saw that.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know what the heck he thinks he could sue me for. But yeah, he was silent from the end of November to January. And I think it's because of all the people like, Chozo, yourself, etc., dogpiling him, that he kind of cracked a bit under the pressure. I know he hates the fact that...
He wanted to sue Chozo.
Yeah.
Like, he is going after everyone he think he can get clout out of.
Dude, I look at his replies and he's replying to a video of a guy eating some disgusting girl's ass. Like,
yeah, don't go into his replies there.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's on its own.
Yeah, I think there was some nudity. Like, oh God. How thirsty can a man be? God bless. But yeah, I know that he really hates the fact that I posted his picture. And by the way, I got his picture like almost 2 years ago.
Well, that's a good. We need to use him. We need to find a new soundboard and use his picture as it.
I agree.
Or just put him for the creepy cookie guy. Like, he'll work for that guy. That's creepy cookie guy right there, just eating cookies. Yeah, right out of my hands. Oh, yeah.
Jib, my Twitter ad is just Sallow, buddy. He said if he wanted to sue you, he doesn't have the money to do so. Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, speaking of soundboards, actually, when he called Justin, a lot of people. I mean, I knew it right away because Angry Black Gangsta is like one of my favorite soundboards of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when he called Justin, he didn't even have the gall to use his real voice. Like
No, he didn't. He didn't. I noticed that too. That's what I told Justin. I was like, bro, that wasn't even human. You got a soundboard.
So let me
He
finish
goes,
this
wait,
trailer.
what? Then I started showing him Irate Black Man and ABG and all.
Yeah.
Justin thought that shit was hilarious, dude. He loved it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So the reason when I uploaded the video, I kind of presented it like, I obscured the fact that it was a soundboard was because I thought it was hilarious the way Justin was going off in reply, and I didn't want to give it away to Justin that, you know, he was talking to a recording because, I mean, this was before, obviously, things got really serious before Justin and Gamil. I loved their back and forth.
No, I know. You're good, dude. You're good. I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Like, he laughed his ass off when he learned it was a soundboard. I told him that.
Yeah.
He goes, you're lying. I go, bro, watch this video. And I sent him a link to an ABG video. I think I sent him the link to where ABG calls himself. I love it when people call themselves.
Oh, those are the best. Those are the absolute best. I especially love it when people don't recognize their own voice, and when people don't recognize their own voice and then make fun of their own voice, they'll be like, you know, you sound like a maggot, you sound like an agate. Meanwhile, they're talking to their own goddamn voice. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
I love it, dude. It's hilarious.
So the thing is, just everyone asking about Gamil. I honestly regret not archiving it before I doxed Gamil. So the reason I doxed Gamil, and I fully admit that I did it, was because he posted a pedophile comment on one of the Tina Johnson videos. You know, when Dell was lusting for that 12-year-old actress, Gamil just said straight up, I don't blame him, you know, she's ready. And so I was like, okay, you have the gall to say that, I'm just going to dox you. And after I did that, he took down all his videos and vlogs where he actually was talking. So unfortunately, I didn't archive that, but I've heard his voice before, and it's not exactly intimidating. So missed me? Oh, thank you.
It looks like there'd be no bass to it, and some squeak.
But yeah, I will let you guys know if Gamil actually files a lawsuit. Somehow, I don't think he will.
Oh, he won't, dude. He's just clout chasing, 100%.
Well, I do think he's genuinely afraid, though. I mean, I think that's why he's...
Oh, he is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because he's reported the Justin tribute video, which is so scummy, in my opinion. You know, to report a tribute video.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's... Oh, my God. I'm kind of glad I never saw the docs. Because there was one point I was ready to strap up. And, well, you can't say that shit nowadays on the internet. Let's just say I was going to go tend to the zookeeper.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Oh, yeah, and the zookeeper shit. Like, that's another aspect of how obsessed he was with Justin. Like, once he found Justin's job, his old job as a zookeeper, he, you know, was just throwing that in his face all the time. And, like, there was this weird aspect of this guy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
To be a zookeeper ain't, like, nothing to scoff at, man. I mean, it's an honorable job.
Yeah, I agree. Get your money how you need to get your money. I think the reason Gamil was obsessed with Justin is because Justin was obviously kind of born into riches a bit. So,
yeah.
And then Gamil's broke. Gamil's broke. So I think that was a big reason that he was obsessed with Justin when Justin was still here.
Oh yeah, especially because of that the high tier Gucci video that he released. I know that pissed Gamil off big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
What are you guys barking about? What are you guys barking about, Eagle? Quiet. You said that sounds like a dope job. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a fun job, especially if you're an animal lover. Jib says it's too much to lose, otherwise I'd go after a piece of shit. Yeah, amen. Big W says he is less likely to file a lawsuit more than Dale filing a lawsuit to sue YouTube by one word. Yeah, so, you know what sucks, Matt? Over, like, the last year that I've been gone, I missed so much good crap. I missed DSP versus Dale Wilson Civil War. I can't believe I missed that. That sucks. Like, DSP just straight up calling Dale a bitch every stream, and I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, I took a break, too. I'm not going to lie, man. Like, I missed that, too. Like, I wish I would have been there. That would have been Twitter. Twitter is a shit show, but it's fun if you know where to look and how to poke people without getting a ban hammer.
Mm-hmm. Sonny,
Me
what?
too, Chozo. I do too, man.
Yeah, I missed the entirety of it, Chozo. I completely missed it. Sonny says, huh? What are you talking about, huh, buddy? I don't know what you're asking about. But yeah, apparently a lot. That was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, Sonny? Steph Markovic says, am I looking forward to the DSP documentary? I mean, not terribly. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I already know DSP lore very deeply. Just like the Christian documentary. Like, I never watched much of what that... Who's that guy that makes, like, the Christian episodes? Gino. Gino. Yeah, I never watched any of that because I already knew it all, so... Deese has been on a lockout vacation. Yeah.
I did too, but I enjoyed the Geno Samuel videos, especially over the crazier days when he was younger. Like, that kind of coverage was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, he should have won a Pulitzer Prize or something for the amount of work he did in that. Seriously. Like, I'm not being facetious when I say that. I think Geno Samuel should have won an award for that series he's put out.
I hear that.
Turkey Tom put out a DSP documentary recently. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah, I never watched Turkey Tom myself.
I didn't either until he started getting into the lolcow scene really heavy. Now he's doing the lolcow live with Boogie, Mudahar, Jordy.
Oh, is he
Slam, I think.
Is he one of the hosts on it? Because that's the other thing I missed. Like,
yeah, he is.
I didn't even know that. Yeah. Yeah. See, I didn't even know that. Like, I missed the formation of Lolcow Live. Two of my favorite content creators, in Boogie and Wings, and I completely missed that. Karmic Dragon, Brandon, long time no stream. Yeah, I know, buddy. I have no idea when the next stream will be either. But
yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I just want to say that it's an honor to sit here and just chill with you, brother.
No, it's an honor to have you, man. How did I become such a wordsmith? I wouldn't call myself much of a wordsmith. Thank you, though. That's kind of you. I mean, I've always been really good at English, really good at reading and writing.
He is a learned polymath.
Learned polymath. Hardly.
That's why.
Hardly. So, Matt, you mentioned you were in the military?
Yeah, Marine Corps.
You were in the Marine Corps. God bless. How long?
8 years total.
8 years, gotcha. So you did 2 enlistments?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was dumb.
I wouldn't say you were dumb. I wouldn't say you were dumb.
Bro, early to mid 2000s.
No kidding. So, I mean, that was a hell of a time to be in. I mean, that's when obviously 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right after that. Like that year, 01, I graduated.
Yeah, I agree.
It was training to be a pro wrestler, so I was already in great physical shape. And then when WCW got bought out down here in Atlanta, well, fuck, what am I going to do now? And I said, I guess I'll go to the military. And then 9/11 happened not too long after that. And yeah, it's just like it seemed the world changed. And either that, I don't know if it was our generation opening eyes and seeing the world for what it was at the time, or if 9/11 just let everybody see what it was. But then again, we had the booming of the internet during that time, so that's when information really started to spread.
Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating watching all these Zoomers discover that 9/11 actually happened. Like, I saw people making Osama bin Laden's tirade trying to justify why he did 9/11 happen. Chaotic Truth Live, thank you so much for stopping in, brother. Much love to you.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Big ups to Chaotic Truth Live. We still got to collab sometime, buddy. Miss you. I'm glad to see you popping off, by the way. Chaotic Truth Live is pulling like 300, 400 viewers every stream. He deserves it. God bless you, man.
Oh, God bless you, dude.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Yeah, he's a friend of the channel, really good guy. Joseph Warrior says, yeah. Go ahead, what was that, man?
I was just going to say, dude, 300 to 400 viewers. Even the viewer count you got, I would dream of that, man. Like, I just stream for fun. Like, I don't even I don't have any donations. I used to have a PayPal link, but it don't work. But that was when I was trying to take YouTube seriously. Now I just do it to do it whenever I feel like I want to hang out with people. I'll
live stream from the PlayStation.
As Jones says, "What's good, Sallow down in chat? Not much, buddy. Thank you." I know, Jib. I wouldn't say I'm humble. Like, I think I'm honest. Too kind, chaotic, true 5 with the $4 super chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, brother. I gotta repay the favor to you, man. That's too kind of you. Thank you, truly.
Happy New Year, brother.
Definitely gotta tune into your streams more often. I'm sorry, like I was explaining earlier, I've been gone for about a year. Disaster with the. Thank you so much. It says, let's celebrate their 3rd super on the live stream. He donated $2 Canadian. He says, "What's up, Sal? Not much, buddy. Glad to have you. Thank you so much." That message is new. It says, "Let's celebrate their 3rd super on the live stream." I don't know what the heck I can actually do with that message, but that's awesome. Thank you for it. And yeah, I agree with you, Matt. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
I could never. Yeah, you could see it in the embedded chat. Yeah, I could never do this professionally. Just straight up, I'm not good enough at streaming to do it professionally, even if I wanted to. I don't want to, but it's like I don't have that gumption. I don't have that natural fluidity. Thank you again, Chaotic Truth. I don't have that pizzazz, as they say. Chosen Warrior says it. Man, get this loser out of the stream. I don't know who you're talking about, buddy. Thanks again, Disaster. Let me know if there's a delay for you guys, by the way. I'm not seeing a delay, but let me know if there is. So did you miss your Janky updates? Yeah, I mean, Janky has been mum silent completely. Maybe there's a little bit on her mother to talk about. I mean, but I also feel a bit bad about going after. I don't like her mother by any means, Athena. But I also kind of feel a bit bad for reporting on her because, I mean, as much as I don't like her, she never asked to be thrust into the public spotlight by her daughter trying to groom an autistic guy into raping his own mother, you know.
Yeah, oh my God, that's why I hate her.
Yeah.
And to be proud about it, to boast about it, oh my God, that's just extra evil. Like, you can't even blame the parents for that. That's oh God, that pisses me off. It makes me go wordless. Sorry.
No, I agree with you. And Jester, yeah, she is in deep. I think she will be for the rest of her life, laying low for the rest of her life, just messing around on Discord. But I did try to pay Mike Janky multiple times to come on for an interview because I saw he was like doing these interviews with podcasts that no one even watches. So I was like, man, why don't you talk to me? We can talk about both military and your daughter being a crazy sociopath. But understandably, he wasn't too interested, perhaps, in that latter part.
Isn't her dad CIA or
Former CIA?
one of the
former.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's has a lot of startups that the American government likes because like he founds a startup focused on security, cybersecurity, things of that nature, and then sells it, and then immediately rinses and repeats. So your video on the trip to Lancaster made you laugh hard. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
That was a good video, by the way.
Thank you. Just says the case just fascinates you, and I agree with what Matt said. Yeah, I don't know why my chat isn't updating. Well, there we go. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I hope she stays gone. I hope I never have to talk about her again. Yeah. Terrible human being. A true sociopath at best. She really is a screw loose. No doubt. And I don't know what it is with these Zoomers, Matt. Like, they don't know how to keep themselves contained, man. Like, they discover these old bits of internet culture, like Christian was at the time, right? Like, and they just immediately turn up the sadism and sociopathy to 11 once they get their hands on it. It's like they cannot control themselves. I don't know what's wrong with Zoomers in general. I mean, I know I'm sounding like an old man. I am an old man. I'm an old bald man. But
I'm an old bald man too, I ain't gonna lie.
God bless you.
I look better with my head shaved anyway, so I'm not losing anything by getting rid of my hair.
Amen to that, man. Hey, the way I see it, God chose my haircuts. I don't mind at all.
Hey, I save on shampoo and hair care products.
Hey.
Use that money elsewhere.
Jib asks, how much is Tina Johnson, my secretary, charging me? She does it for free, man. She's under my desk right now, taking care of me. Terminally online and growing up online. Yeah, Z Jones. He's 19. Like,
Oh yeah, is he? Yeah, yeah. Because it was bad when we were teenagers. Like I remember, I'd be sitting in like 10th or 11th grade, maybe freshman accounting. I don't remember in high school, and I'd be cool with a teacher, and I'm over on Yahoo Chat trolling the shit out of people before it was called trolling. I was just being an asshole online.
Dude, I used to love to troll Yahoo Answers. Do you remember Yahoo Answers?
Oh, dude,
That's
yes,
the best.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
used to
God.
love giving like time travel answers. Those were my favorite ones to do.
I used to love giving just the stupidest answers possible when I was a kid. BBVS, do you think political segregation will spell the end of the West? I think political segregation being stoked by our foreign enemies as well will spell the end of the West. Yeah, I mean,
100%. A house divided against itself cannot stand. One of the art of war is divide and conquer.
yeah,
I'm right there with you, brother.
you
Right there with
you need only look at which political causes in America, China, and Russia love to literally fund to see, uh, what causes they think are advantageous to foment the destruction of the West. Like, I'm not allowed to speak ill of the commander in chief right now, and I'm not going to, and I'm not doing so right now. But it's telling that, crazy enough, Trump is actually leading in the polls right now. Trump never led in the polls in either of his previous two elections. Even against Clinton, he wasn't leading at the polls at this point. Like, he closed at -3 against Clinton. Right at this time, 4 years ago, he was like -10 against Biden. Now he's +1. Like, that tells you people aren't happy right now. Is all I'm trying to say. People are not happy, and
you. They're a little perturbed.
yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens this election. I think there will be some chaos this election because you have... Either way, one of the two sides is going to believe the election is illegitimate, right, Matt? You have, mostly due to the prosecutions against Trump. Like, Trump is likely going to be the Republican nominee. If he loses, Republicans are going to say this is illegitimate because you guys politically targeted him with prosecutions, like taking him off the ballot in Colorado, for example. The
Damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It really is.
mm-hmm.
Like, it's unfortunately, I think this country's, and I've been saying this since about 2014, we're headed towards a civil war.
I hope not.
Like, I don't want that to happen either. But with what's going on, one, the political climate, and then the geopolitical climate,
Mm-hmm.
everybody everywhere is just tired of all the crap that's been going on lately. One, from their governments and the people they say is supposed to protect us, and we're supposed to trust them. Yet, when we need them for us, they're nowhere to be found. A lot of people are sick of that. Me being one of them, but I'm not going to go out and, red dawn my neighborhood. I'm not going to go out and act like that. But unfortunately, I think it's coming to that. And I don't want to be a naysayer or a doomsayer. I'm just being a realist about it.
Yeah. I really hope it doesn't come to that. Jib asks, aren't U.S. elections held toward the end of the year? Correct, in November. But the larger point is, that I was making earlier, is that obviously you have the right side of the aisle is going to believe the election is illegitimate if they lose because, Trump got taken off the ballot in Colorado. The California Lieutenant General literally sending a letter saying, explore every opportunity to take him off the ballot. Like, aren't you supposed to just do what's just, whether it's to your liking or not? And then on the other side, people on the left side of the aisle are going to call the election illegitimate if they lose. Because if Trump wins, they're going to be like, well, he shouldn't have been eligible in the first place because of these prosecutions. So you have a very good recipe for the civil war that Matt was just mentioning, and I really hope it doesn't come to that. And you look at the rest of the world, I promise you, China is licking its lips just looking at Taiwan right now. Like, they are just waiting for the opportune moment to feast upon Taiwan. And
oh, yeah.
It's going to be a sad day when it happens.
North Korea is ready to just fire off at anyone that steps toe over the line. their eyes. I think they want to avoid it as much as possible, but at the same time, you know, a big dog that barks loud isn't always just a loud barker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we need to watch out for North Korea as well.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Iran is so deep in it right now. They've been deep in it though since the mid '80s. Iran's hands are all over it. Russia is. One of the funniest things to come out of this is Russia starts hitting their own jets. Like they're all drunk off of vodka, just shooting stingers into the air every time they see something. I just got that image when I saw they shot down another one of their jets again.
mm-hmm. And Iran did the same thing, right? They was a few years ago now. They shot down their own civilian airliner and lied about it for like a week. Could you imagine if America did that? The fact that these foreign governments think that they can even get away with that shows you just how legitimately baleful, I'm sorry for want of better words, evil they are. Like, don't get me wrong, the U.S. government has its own problems, but yeah. They think it's sweet, like, no, it's effing not. Certainly not. It's just, as bad as the U.S. government is, you cannot convince me that you legitimately think that they would shoot down a civilian airliner and think that they could lie about it for a week and say that it was someone else who did it. That's ridiculous. Like, as bad as things are right now, things could be even worse, and they probably will get worse, is what I'm saying, and that's what's scary. Like, people think dictatorships are a thing of the past, like you were just mentioning. North Korea is perhaps the worst dictatorship that has existed in human history. Like, I forget who it was that made the joke, but it's like they said the Kims read 1984 by George Orwell and said, let's try that in real life, and it's damn accurate. Like, aside from the telescreens and whatnot not existing, it's just, you speak the slightest ill against the Kims and your entire generation, your entire familial line, your progeny is completely fucked. Like, they will punish 100 years worth of your family for one minor error against the Kims. It's ridiculous. As bad as things are in the West, it could always be far worse. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna add, and if you speak certain evils against their leader, they'll wipe out your entire generational line. Literally, they'll just wipe you all out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that family just don't exist no more. That bloodline's gone.
Precisely. It's worrisome. And it's ridiculous how Westerners think that just can't happen here, right? Like, they think that it's a complete thing of the past.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some of these people really do live in a bubble, and it astounds me. Because we live in the information age, right? Like, it's so easy to see video of what North Korea does to their own supporters, to their own civilians, and yet people just turn a blind eye to it and say, oh no, South Korea is the real evil one because, well, they're capitalists and they have K-pop and K-pop sucks. Jib says, thing is though, Sallow, how much do we truly know about North Korea? I've learned that propaganda is being used against us daily from all directions. We know a lot about North Korea. A very, very huge amount about North Korea, Jib. A very huge amount about North Korea. They're nowhere near as sophisticated as, for example, China or Russia, and our intel on them is as good as it gets, honestly. As good as it gets. I understand your concern, but I promise you, there's a reason people defect from North Korea to South Korea and no one defects from South Korea to North Korea. There's a reason for that.
I've never heard of that. In 41 years of existing, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Scary, man.
But where is that info? Jib said, he asked, but where is that info coming from? Like, what sources are we getting that from? A lot of it is our own military and our own spycraft.
Yeah, Doug Nifson, yeah. Doug Nifson said, yeah, South Korea does have a lot of rampant feminism in it, actually. You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that whatsoever. Yeah, like, it's probably the most feminist country on earth. And it's part of why their replacement rate is like 0.2. So, do they have their own problems? 100%, but anyone who claims that they would rather live in North Korea over South Korea is either completely ignorant or just plain old lying. Not much. What's up, Judge? North Korea, South Korea runs the streams, yeah. They say DSP. North Korea's just chatting for a reason. Yeah.
I was just read that one too. The lean in band.
Dude, he blocked me on Twitter for trying to help him out. Like, I tried to, promote him fighting Boogie, and he blocked me for it. Like, he breaks my heart. He's blocked me so many times. I don't know why. Like, I've always been good to DSP, and he just blocks me.
Yeah, even it's when I was going under my Dragon Alchemy handle, like, I donated to DSP a couple of times and asked him a question. I remember one time I asked him a question, and I asked him, I said, did you like Street Fighter Alpha 3? And the donation, by the time it went through and showed up on the screen, he already answered the question. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he goes off on me. He goes, Dragon Alchemy, what are you doing that for? That was I already answered that. That's the stupidest game I've ever heard of. And I was like, he doesn't realize there's a delay between when somebody wrote all this and bought it and sent it. He thinks people are just doing it instantly, I guess. I don't know.
You're 100% right. And just the entitlement. Like, that person donated money to you. They did not have to do it. You could be at least a little bit grateful. You could at least not cuss them out for doing it. Like, I don't know, man. People, like...
No, I'm right there with you.
It's legitimate entitlement. Legitimate entitlement.
Ungrateful bastards.
So the judge asks, or excuse me, was it the judge? Yeah, the judge asks, can you explain why is Laz in the hospital? So we'll watch the two shorts Laz released real quick. The first one.
Well, guys, I live, but it's not good news. Got some bad news. I'll see y'all after a while. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy New Year, I guess.
And then the next one, he says,
alright guys, as hilarious as that would be that I got beat by a Sallow Dawn in a fight to the point where I'm in a hospital, that would be funny. But what's not funny is tetrahydrozoline poisoning in my pizza. Someone scored a Visine in my pizza.
So, Goku, we're talking about Ray Lazarus, Del Wilson's #1 moderator. Yeah, so I don't know if you could hear that, Matt, but he claims he's in the hospital for tetrahydrozoline poisoning. At one point he said, yeah, at one point... Oh, my bad.
No, you're good, dude.
Yeah, so at one point he told me that he got poisoned at Red Robin's, but then the next time it became he got poisoned by a pizza delivery. I don't think Red Robin's does pizza. I'm not sure which one is real. Part of the problem with Laz, and I'm not saying this to hate on him whatsoever, is like sometimes I don't know what he thinks is real or not. And again, Laz, I apologize if you take this personally. It's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. But sometimes it's hard to determine where the truth kind of lies with you. So my personal theory is I think he just got food poisoning. Just my opinion. You think alcohol poisoning? I hope not, man. I hope he's not drinking anymore. Like, he used to have the profile pic of him kissing the brandy and all. And, excuse me.
Well,
go ahead.
It looks like I'm not a doctor or anything, mind you, but just from what I can see, from what I'm watching on your stream to see video, is it looks like he's just got a fluid drip, like it's a saline drip.
Yeah, that's all I've seen in terms of procedures he's actually got going on with him. So I doubt anything more significant than that is happening. That's why I personally think it was just like food poisoning or something, because food poisoning will dehydrate the heck out of you. The only thing that is...
Yeah, dehydration, yeah. Well, alcohol will do it too, like Jim said, so...
The only thing that...
Robin, yum.
The only thing that is interesting to me, though, is that the shorts were 2 days apart, right? Like, the first one was January 3rd. No, they were 5 days apart. So he has spent at least 5 days in the hospital, so something significant must have happened. I don't know. He also said his drink was poisoned at Red Lobster. Yeah, see, like, I don't know, was it pizza? Was it a drink? Like, sometimes it's difficult for him to keep his story straight, and maybe that's a symptom of the poisoning, right? But I don't know what's really going on with Ray. We're all praying for him. When he released that first video, I apologize for trolling, but when he released this, I just had to troll him a little bit. Yeah, that's why I threw it on Tina Johnson and said Ray Lazarus injured from fight with Sallow.
Yeah, I laughed so hard at that. I showed Mary, my wife, that, and she goes, "Good, fuck him." That shit was funny. It was funny.
Thank you, brother. But we also, in honor of Ray Lazarus, we released a short dedicated to him. You know, Charlie Zelenoff versus Ray Lazarus. Who would win that fight? A lot of people have been clamoring for that fight. I don't know. I got Ray Lazarus narrowly edging that fight out. Who do you think? Do you know who Charlie Zelenoff is, Matt?
Zelenoff?
Yeah. So Charlie Zelenoff is a lockout, certainly.
I know the name sounds familiar.
He's infamous for sucker punching everyone that he like challenges to box in a gym.
Oh, that dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
He pulled up on Deontay Wilder and almost lost his life doing so. He sucker punched Floyd Mayweather Sr., you know, like 50, 60-year-old Floyd Mayweather Sr., and then got, you know, jumped by, rightfully so, by Mayweather's people for doing it. And I don't know, I think the guy has schizophrenia or something. Like, he has something wrong with him where he just cannot think straight, at the very least. Yeah. And a lot of people have been clamoring for Ray Lazarus versus Charlie Zelenoff, and I think Ray Lazarus wins that fight. Shows us that he did it raw meat. That's true. Ray Lazarus boasts about eating raw meat all the time.
Well, oh man, there you go.
Goku versus Naruto. What date are you going to move into Delscom? I'm already here. Can't you see? That's why my setup changed. You guys remember my setup used to be like pointing at the ceiling and crap like that because of kind of how it had to be, but you know, now I got a bitchin' setup now. So they try that on Mike Tyson. It's night. Yeah, indeed.
I want to be. Laz says tonight, I'm conflicted. Like, I want to beat the dog slop out of Laz. But then at the same time, he did say some nice stuff about Justin. And then, like, a piece of the humanity in him come out with that. And I'm conflicted. But now he's still doing some more bullshit. See, I didn't even know all this. But, one, that video was funny.
Thank you.
Covering out Laz wins, extreme diff. I love it. And two, fuck him. I hate that dude, man. He's two-faced. I can't stand two-faced people. I just can't.
Well, hopefully we'll get to settle it in May. Like I said.
Oh, you will, man. You got to go for the chokeout, dude. Like, you got to BJJ that motherfucker and just cinch it. Just lock it in.
We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I mean, we definitely want it to be MMA.
You could go Kurt Angle and break his ankle.
We haven't established, like, what the... Because these are smoker matches. They're not, like, sanctioned amateur matches. I wanted a sanctioned fight with him, but I don't think anyone would approve. Like, we couldn't find an organization that would actually have us for a sanctioned fight. And that's what we were talking about. Oh, yeah.
He told me Street Beefs didn't want me because of some reason, and then he put out a video, tagged me in the not the comment, the about section of it, so it would mention me on YouTube, whatever that is. And he said that if I don't meet him, I'm the pussy, and I'm scared. I'm like, yeah, okay, bro. Okay, I'm telling you, I will do Street Beefs. I will go do this. Let's do this. And I was serious about it. I was heated over this shit.
Yeah, because you're on the East Coast, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, for me, I'm probably the only retard in the world who's literally planning to fly across the continent just to fight someone I've never met before on the internet.
Well, I'm right there. I'd be right there with you, man. Let's make it a tag match. I'm going there and help you.
No, yeah.
Tell Laz to bring a partner. To be a 2-on-2. Fuck it.
Oh, I would only do that if his partner were Dale. I would love that.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be good. But yeah, Laz and I are very serious about it. We both want it to happen. Honestly, we could have made it happen in February, but with him being in the hospital, I was like, just take your time recovering. And unfortunately, for a couple of months, I'll be away, and then in May, I'm coming back. So hopefully in May, we can make it happen on Street Beefs. But yeah, like you said, I don't know why he was saying that crap about like Street Beefs doesn't want you. Like I promise you, Street Beefs never said anything along the lines. Matt, Street Beefs wants anyone who will fight because they make 100% of the profits from it. So
Like I was tagging him on Twitter and everything else, but I never heard anything.
that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes,
I know Dale banned me on Twitter because of all the shit I spewed.
oh really?
Yeah, I'm banned. I love it.
Yeah, you got
Yes.
you got banned for calling out his personal meat writer, Gamil da Pedo, probably.
Yeah, and I was tagging Laz in it too, man. I was going scorched earth. Fuck all three of them.
Said bugging out, Sallow. I don't know if I'm bugging out right now. Great seeing you. Hope you keep up the solid work and keep being the GOAT. God bless you, Braden. Likewise. Too kind. Too kind. But yeah, I remember that. You were going scorched earth on it. Like, it's funny how he'll just block anyone that doesn't suck up to him. Complete sycophantic cultish behavior. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like, I hate to discuss, like, fight negotiations, for want of a better word, in public because God forbid something happens in May and it doesn't happen, then all of a sudden Ray's going to be like, oh, see, Salah's afraid, which he's done before. So I hate to... Yeah, I hate to raise expectations. Like, in my perfect world, we just would have fought on May and then, you know, showed it after the fact. So, yeah, Gamil is a pedo. Gamil was the one who made the comment about 12-year-old girls, the judge, when... yeah, 100%. I think that comment is still up on... Yep.
100%.
That's why I doxed him, and I don't feel bad about it.
I turned his Twitter over to the Atlanta or the APD because I know he's in the Atlanta area. So I just called some contacts I got down here. I'm in Georgia. I live in Georgia now. I don't give a shit. Like I don't care if people know.
Wait, you live in? Oh, you're his neighbor.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm really glad I don't have his docs. I
Yeah.
don't want him
Yeah.
because I don't want to go to jail.
We'll see if I aired up. Yeah, I don't want you to go to jail either. I don't want you to go to jail. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah. If you guys fight, it should be on Street Beefs or some shit or some stand your ground state,
I
whatever.
would do it on Street Beef. Set it up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Set it. I'll drive me and him out there. My car. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it.
You'll escort him.
Definitely go against Camille on Street Beef.
You'll chauffeur him.
I sure will. I'll give him the red carpet treatment. The velvet rope touch.
Man, what else
Your
is?
car's arrived, Mr. Dairo.
Yo, Choco, that emoji is adorable. Where does that emoji come from? It's like a cat coming out of the box. I love it. What is Street Beefs? So Street Beefs is a long time. Well, actually, it's not a long time YouTube channel. It's only like 5 years old, I believe. But yeah, they got 3.35 million subscribers, and what they do is they hold smoker matches, or as they call it, backyard matches. And people.
A place where men can go and settle shit with their hands and not worry about getting shot or murdered or stabbed while doing it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. George Warrior says, bro, would do a fatality on Gamil? Yeah, probably. So, yeah, Choka is a legend. Choka is an absolute legend. Honored to have you as a member, Choka. Truly. Truly honored. Thank you.
Fatality.
Yeah, I hear that, Jib. I'm sure he will when he's comfortable. I try not to pressure anyone to do anything they're not comfortable with, but I know he's taking care of himself. I know he's doing his thing. I know he's gotten very good at, like, 3D art, 3D modeling, etc., 3D animation. So if and when he ever does come back, like, he's gonna just take things by storm because he'll have leveled up his skills, and he was already fantastic at it. So the judge says basically like the UFC, yeah, but in the UFC those matches are actually sanctioned. Like, you have to weigh in. You actually get paid for those matches. Not all y'all are too kind to me. No, not all, Joker. Everyone loves you. Whereas these are just backyard matches. Like, aside from signing a waiver, there's really no legal logistics to any of these matches. You got people freaking like in these fights, one guy is wearing shoes and the other guy isn't wearing shoes, and which is a massive advantage in a fight, by the way. So it's not even amateur. It's not even amateur hour. Like in this one, like I'm not gonna play it because I don't want them to copyright strike the stream. But you got like a 130-pound stick figure going up against a 200-pound guy, and of course he gets his ass kicked and knocked out. So I guess it's kind of like real life Fight Club at best. I don't know if that makes sense.
You've heard of backyard wrestling. Think of it as backyard MMA.
Pretty much. And they do boxing matches. I actually think most of their crap is boxing matches. I'm not sure. But, yeah. So, Matt, we covered Null on DSP. We talked a little bit about prank calling. I think you said your favorite guy was Richard Hudson. I'm not familiar with him. I'll have to learn more.
I sent you a link in Discord to that Chronicles of Richard video.
Oh, yeah? I'll give it a look.
Yeah.
Where'd you post that? I don't see that. In our DMs?
Shit.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, I think. Where did I send it? Oh, I sent it to the views chat. My bad.
Oh.
Sent it to the wrong one.
Oh, okay. I didn't even... Yeah, gotcha. That's a new thing that they added in like the last year. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I love how half my fan art is people just calling me gay and stuff like that.
Like I love a good roast, dude. I love a good roast. I like to get roasted and to roast. A roast connoisseur.
Not much, Nidson. Will says weight matters when it comes to fighting. Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, especially the higher level fighting you get. Honestly, at the lower level, if you're just in good shape and actually know how to fight, like, you'll probably beat... Like, because 99% of people don't know how to fight whatsoever, right? Like, a lot of people think they know how to fight, but actually don't. And, like, if you're not used to getting hit, and the first time you get hit is in a fight, you're probably not going to handle it as well as you think you are, even by some skinny fuck. But like once you actually get to the point where you have two guys who are actually trained, even at the amateur level, even less than amateur level, yeah, weight definitely makes a difference. So we got some proper OGs. Yeah, we got some OGs in the chat. Not much, Netson. How are you?
Yeah, Will said weight matters. Well, like you were saying, yeah, it does, dude. I was thinking about the weight classes just now. That idea. And I'm surprised they don't either, to be honest with you. Have a weight division.
Yeah, I mean, they try to match people up by weight, but that's what makes them backyard matches, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just anything freaking goes
that's
on
the
that shit.
appeal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 41 and 275, like, and that's not all fat.
No. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're a former military. I wouldn't expect it to be.
Yeah.
Former Marine. So I don't think Ray wants to smoke with you. Maybe Gamil will one day pull up, but I think Gamil is super skinny. I think Gamil is like 100 pounds.
Oh, dude, I just hate it.
Hey Matt, do you know who Coach Red Pill is?
Yes, I do.
Did you hear that he died?
Red Pill.
Did you hear that he died?
Did he?
Yeah, apparently his father said he died in prison. I don't know anything about it personally, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, apparently his
Yeah,
father.
the video I sent you is a long one. It's one that is better for you to enjoy than to play on stream. But I didn't know Coach Red Pill died. What happened to Medicare? Like,
Medicare's still alive.
he is good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, man. He is going through it. Like, that guy's got my prayers, dude. Medicare's going through it. All the shit wrong with him.
So Lukey Jr., sorry to change the subject real quick, but Lukey Jr. just said, did you guys hear about Dale trying to say that sus shit he used to say was AI? That is disgusting and childish. That is disgusting and childish. To try to claim all the horrible things that you've done was AI. AI didn't exist back then. Not to that level. So you'd love to fight Ray on Street Beefs? Yeah. We'll get in line. Get in line. You said Jib says you're well acquainted with Mary Jane. Do you know who Mary Jane is, Matt?
Oh, I sure do. She comes around, every 420.
Oh, gotcha. Marijuana, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. I thought you were talking locals.
Oh, no. My wife's name is Mary, but it's not Mary Jane. It's Mary Lou.
Yeah, you did mention that. Oh, Mary Lou. No kidding.
Yeah.
You know that song then?
Oh, I love that song. My favorite movie of all time is Half Baked. Hands down, Half Baked. It is the best stoner movie. The acting in that is superb. I have seen that movie so many fucking times. If you go back through and in every scene you watch, and just the background actors, even they don't screw up. Like, that is one of the most well put together movies I've ever seen. It doesn't get the cinematography or cinematography. It doesn't get the recognition it deserves for its cinematography. There we go.
I haven't watched it myself. Shin Strike says, can't believe Dale got so scared of you he called your job. Yeah, that did happen. That certainly wasn't AI. Jib says, you sound real chill, Matt. I agree.
Thanks, brother.
I agree. Apparently Alex Jones did a tribute to Coach Red Pill. Gonzalo Lira? That was his name?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, news of his death was met by leftist celebrations. But, I mean, that's typical online shit. You know that. These replies are garbage. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I know the guy was trolling the fuck out of people in Ukraine, right? Like, while the war was going on, just acting like a massive piece of shit in Ukraine. People are calling him the ghost of Kharkiv. That's funny. And I believe he was married to a former prostitute, just like Charlie Zelenoff. I'm not sure about that. So I can't say I was a big fan of the guy. But, I don't know, God bless him. I mean, it's sad that someone who ostensibly has inspired people to some level managed to die. You know Brian Dunn?
Did they say what he died from?
They said that he died in a Ukrainian prison. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know if he was mistreated or what. But I don't know. This guy says that his theory is that the real reason for Coach being arrested in the first place was him being a foreign sexpat. Correct, he was a sex patriot. Doing foreign sexpat things that most likely involved a minor, with him being a pro-Russian show being a convenient bonus for both sides. That's right, he was pro-Russian. Pro-Russian side could turn him into a martyr, whereas the Ukrainians can claim a propaganda W they desperately need, yeah. So I don't think they exactly had a lot of tolerance for him in Ukraine, to say the least. So, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Sad stuff, I guess, but I can't say it's unexpected. Because I know people were talking a year ago about rumors of him having died. But it is what it is. God bless you. May you rest in peace. Tell me, are you familiar with old Nick Rekieta?
Nick Rekieta, yes. A small legal Rekieta law firm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, 2018 was a great year for law cows in general, man. Like, Medicare really blew it up. Him and Ethan Ralph. Like, that was a shit show of a big year. That was so good.
It was a shit show every year. Yeah. That was the year Ethan Ralph got beat. No, it wasn't. That was only 3 years ago. My bad. Man, time flies though. But
it seems like yesterday Ethan was getting his ass beat again in Portugal, and his man bag stolen.
Chronicle Studios, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. It's a damn late. Don't worry about it, brother. It's a little sad what's happened to Rekieta, though. I don't know if you're familiar, but like the guy's alcoholism has definitely been his complete downfall, and he's definitely gone from being, you know, one of the most respected voices on the internet to just routinely making a complete idiot of himself, and it's really sad to see.
How long has this been happening? Like,
It's
it's,
about a
I
year.
know that he. Oh, okay. See, yeah, I've been kind of absent for the past year or so on the internet. So yeah,
Yeah, it's sad to watch in real time.
I didn't know he had that downfall, man.
Yeah, like he has a local, like he's posted he's posted nudes of himself. He's posted pictures of himself with a bottle of alcohol up his ass and all this type of shit. And it's like, dude, you were
Really? Holy hell!
yeah,
I need to go back on the farms.
yeah.
Shit.
It's sad. I don't know. You said what happened to him? Honestly, alcohol just happened to him, and he has a wife too. He has a wife and kids, and his wife is no better, right? Like his wife is right there with him, posting the nudes and crap. You know, going to these degenerate sex orgies.
Degenerate.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
sad. It's sad.
I feel bad for the kid then, and that because that kid's got to grow up around that.
I could not.
That ain't healthy, man.
I could not agree more. Could not agree more. May I ask, do you have... What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was
I
just
was
going to
just
ask,
gonna ask-
do you and Mary have kids? You're good.
No, we don't have kids.
God
It's,
bless.
we're still trying. It's difficult for us.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. God bless you. I hope it happens soon. God bless you. Oh, sorry, what were you going to say before I cut you off?
No, I was just going to say, has anybody called CPS on him? Like Big Black Bomb just said it. It's like, has anybody called CPS on him?
I can't see that happening, honestly. I mean, there's no evidence of child abuse.
Lawyer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot lawyers play golf with judges, and that whole damn town's got to be corrupt then, wherever he practices at.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he practices anymore. I think his entire shtick now is solely YouTubing, solely streaming. Because he blew up during the Kyle Rittenhouse crap and the... what other crap did he blow up during? The Amber Heard crap. Realm of Dark Side, good to have you, buddy. He said that specific irate black man prank call is still the funniest call to this day. Where he calls himself, yeah, I agree. IBM calls himself was the second call that got me into prank calling. I think the first one was Joe Pesci.
That sound like me.
Yeah, he recognizes his own voice and decides to just
Still goes off.
yeah.
Man, no, you meet me somewhere. I might put 200-300 pounds on my back too, but fuck that. I know I'd shoot a motherfucker over the neck.
It's so beautiful. He knows it's himself, and he just loves the excuse to get ignorant on the telephone. And the best part about Irate Black Man too was he lived with his mom. I forget what prank call it was, but I remember there was a prank call where his mom was sick and he was going off about that, and it was like...
He was the gay florist.
Yeah, the gay florist, that's right.
It was the one where you got all the classic white boy lines.
Yeah. Oh, man, God bless him. God bless him. Denardo Monroe, that was his name. God bless him. I hope he's still alive. Probably not.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was like in 2011 and or 2009, 10, or 11 when they were calling them back then.
Yeah. What's up, Jed? Good to have you, buddy. Thank you. But yeah, it's just... Honestly, it's hard to keep up with the prank calling community because of the fact that every good site... For example, Realm of Dark Side, who's in the chat right now, I think he got banned off YouTube. You know, like, everything gets banned when it comes to the prank calling community.
Yeah. Yeah. It does now. A lot of it has disappeared. Like, I used to have a playlist of, like, stuff I'd watch when I was stoned. And a lot of it was crank calls. And most of those videos are gone now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it also makes it hard. Like, so I've been talking to Realm of Dark Side. Like, I want to do some sort of lame-ass video essay style video. Like, I don't want to say a documentary, but, like, something that people can watch to learn about the prank call community because so much of it has been lost over the years. But it's hard because so much of it has been lost over the years. Like, it's hard for me to find it. You know who was my boy? You know who was my boy? I loved Chris the Hacker. I used to talk to Chris and Frank Garrett. I used to. Yep. He's still alive. I tried to add him on Facebook and he accused me of being a catfish. Yeah.
Christopher J. Perron.
Yeah.
Dude, when they made it seem like he was going after, what was her name? That, Kristen, or whoever it was. Like, that was some bullshit. That was some of the funniest shit in the world.
You're talking about when they went after that girl that he was flirting with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Won't you come over here, you fucking kid?
Dude.
Oh my god, dude.
My favorite was when he got mind fucked by IP Relay. Have you ever watched that one?
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. Like, he's just screaming.
What's your fucking operator number?
T-Dot says, did you ever watch Crank Yankers? I never have. Have you watched, Matt? Crank Yankers?
Yeah, Crank Yankers. Oh, shit. Crank Yankers was awesome, yeah. It was. It was on Comedy Central, and they had a CD, and they even got DVDs out now. It's all, you can pull up, I think, most of the calls on YouTube now. It's like, it was a bunch of stand-up comedians that got together and would crank call people.
Huh.
What was his name? Tracy. Shit, what was his name? From Saturday Night Live. I forget his last name, but Tracy used to do it. He's a stand-up comedian. Jim Florentine, some of his calls were the best ones. And Jim Florentine has crank call videos out there where he was doing it while he was still doing stand-up comedy before he got famous.
I see.
So Jim Florentine, like, he used to do a bunch of calls.
Dude, so to Jimmy Kimmel crap. Gotcha. I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Kimmel now, but I know he used to be quite decent. I mean, like, dude, have you ever watched Dr. Katz Therapist? What was it called? Dr. Katz. What the heck is that show called?
Yeah.
You've watched it? Professional Therapist. That's what it's called. Like, that's from the old '90s, and they used to have like random comedians. I think Kimmel was on it once. I can't remember, but you know, like these old school guys, they used to actually be funny. They used to actually, know how to make people laugh. It's sad how they've all just gotten, I don't know, for want a better word.
Money's gotten to their heads, dude.
100%. Said, is Skyrim a good game? I can't. Oh, what's up? I'm 41. Good to have you, buddy. I love your music. No, you didn't miss the Skyrim stream. I can't stream Skyrim because I have a bunch of mods installed that give every lady very big breasts. So if I stream that, I get banned.
That's my favorite mod for Skyrim, where it turns the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's in the opening scene when I forget what his name is, comes in and stops the execution. It's Macho Man Randy Savage, and you can hear "Ooh yeah" like echoing in the background. It's great, dude.
That sounds hilarious.
Instead of dragon roars, it's him. I'm gonna get you, yelling and shit. Sorry, I went off on a wrestling tangent.
Amen, Lukey. Who's it? Thugnificent asked, did I see that Dale got to be on the stream with the CEO of Twitch? No, I did not. That is ridiculous. That type.
I love it.
Oh yeah, selling the titties and the midriffs. Always a proud degenerate, no matter what. But I'm a vanilla guy. Don't worry, no skeletons in my closet. Nacho Man.
We're sophisticated degeneracy only.
Exactly. Revolver Theory, good to have you, buddy. Much love to you. Glad to see you doing well. God bless you. Said the Nacho Man candy sandwich, indeed. Yeah, man, it's sad though to see what comedy has become. I wish we could go back. You can watch the entirety of Dr. Katz on YouTube, right? Like that's what I love. Like the best shit, like Dr. Katz, you can watch just straight up people. Yeah, people completely upload them in like high definition. And it's like, yeah, like Dr. Katz Professional Therapist HD. You can literally watch the entirety of the show. Anyone who hasn't watched this, I think it's a masterclass in dry humor. I think Dr. Katz is.
Oh yeah, dude. It was. was. Have you ever seen the show Home Movies?
Oh, I love home movies. Yeah.
I do too, dude. Coach McGurk, he's my role model.
Yes. McGurk is amazing. The
That was
unpopular opinion, but I actually find that guy John Benjamin. I think he was far better as Coach McGurk, as Ben Katz, as what were the other ones? I think he was in Archer too. Than he was in Bob's Burgers. Like I tried to watch Bob's Burgers because I saw they made him the main character of it, but I honestly don't find Bob's Burgers funny. Like it does not. It doesn't have the same improv humor that Home Movies and Dr. Katz has. Yeah, I agree. Well, Home Movies is fantastic. Fantastic.
I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah, Realm of Dark Side. I talked about that earlier, brother. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Oh no, Realm of Dark Side. I meant to say dude. Thank you for everything that you've done with the community, man. You've done a lot. So, yeah, I can't. Oh, I thought. Never mind. I'm high as shit.
No worries. But yeah, Realm of Dark Side. I'm going. I plan to, like I was saying earlier, it's just so tough because everything gets banned and everything gets deleted in the community. That's what sucks, man. Honestly, I could probably use your help. I saw Dozer Construction is back, and I'm gonna send him an email and maybe see if he could help with anything at all. Like I just need help finding the old crap. Like so much of my favorite crap has been deleted.
Have you reached out to I'm a Legal Firm?
He doesn't do shit anymore. I saw he stopped like a year ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought he was I know he was doing a lot of archiving.
Yeah, and Peanut Butter Complex has mentioned that a couple of times. He said the Internet Archive has the Quante book. I love that name. That's an awesome name. You might be the Quante
What
book.
was it?
He says this is the name under which he has archived the entirety of prank calls.
Quante Williams. Oh, got you. Okay. Dude, I love the name too. The Quante.
I love you for that, Peanut Butter Complex, by the way. Thank you so much for archiving, because it's so sad when this stuff gets lost to the annals of history. Yeah, censorship is crazy nowadays. It sucks. What's up, Dark King Forever? Good to have you.
Very Orwellian.
Hey, well, I'm glad to see you taking that "Is It Deep, Are You Good" song in stride, because that was legitimately a hilarious song. Where can I find your GoFundMe link, bro? Yeah, you have a coffee link, right? Peanut Butter Complex. Feel free to post it, brother. Date archive. Nice. Oh, you got prosecute this prank calls. Those were the best. Remember the
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, those were amazing.
Balls hanging in my closet. Like that. This dude would go on his. Oh man. This is Eddie. I can help you. This is Eddie.
Oh, dude, Eddie from 8 Mile is fantastic.
There it is.
Yeah, Eddie from 8 Mile. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I hope Chaotic doesn't watch this, because I don't want Chaotic Truth Live to feel betrayed by me. But I have definitely called into people who stream with what's that streaming software called that people use now? StreamYard. You know what StreamYard is?
Yes, I actually do.
Yeah, when people call with that, it's very easy for you to call in, go host a YouTube show, etc. I love calling into that with Eddie from 8 Mile and just being like, "You suck my dick and eat out my ass, you son of a bitch."
Yep. I tell you what, you come up here, I'm the east or the west.
Yeah, Realm of Dark Side, there's definitely a lot of overlap. You see the really popular channels. It might take a while. So one thing, Peanut Butter Complex, that sucks about my recent move. So guys, I have moved to Casa de Lancaster. One thing that sucks about this place as opposed to my old place was only one coaxial cable in this unit that I rent at Casa de Lancaster is working. And it's not in where I've set up my office, so I'm using a wireless connection from my PC to my router, which sucks. I much prefer, obviously, having the wired connection, so my internet's slower than it should be. And I'm trying to actually redo the coaxial cable myself. I mean, I don't know how I haven't succeeded at that yet. I know exactly what to do, and I've done it a million times, yet for whatever reason the coaxial that's here isn't working. I might have to just upgrade the coaxial altogether, like maybe a dog chewed or a squirrel chewed through it or some shit like that, and I just haven't seen it. Dude, you know what I love to do, Matt? Like, honestly, it's almost a lullaby to me, but like listening to the old Duncan prank calls, especially like I'd say parts 16 to 19, where he gets called by Rick. He calls Rick himself, and I think it's actually Mr. Nismo who picks up, and like, those are just the absolute best. The absolute.
Dude, I used to fall asleep to these all the time.
Yes, they're like lullabies.
She would get mad at me because my headset will die sometime during the middle of the night, and then she wakes up to Tom the Roofer or some Frank Garrett bullshit. She goes, "I'm so tired of hearing Frank Garrett, Frank Garrett, Frank Garrett." And she was so pissed off of hearing it in like 2017. Like,
Well, God bless you, 2017. Man, he died in 2012, so thank you for keeping his memory alive. 'Cause I love the shit out of Duncan, man. I called him when I was a kid. Nothing recorded, and not even prank calls. Like, I called him to try to ingratiate myself with him. I tried to basically snitch. I tried to be like, "Hey Frank, do you know a lot of people call you and prank call you and upload it to YouTube?" And then he responded, "Well, no shit, but what are you calling me for?" And I stuttered for a bit because I'm like 16 at the time. And I'm like, "To tell you about it." And he's like, "To tell me about it, you son of a bitch. What the hell are you doing on my number?" He was so hilarious. Love that guy. Oh man, I wish I had that shit recorded, but I had no means to at that time.
oh, dude, that sounds just like him, dude. I know for a while until I got sick and my health went to shit. I got every year I would make a trip out to his grave and I'd put a little toy dozer on it every year.
You lived in Oklahoma?
No, but I would go.
No kidding. God bless. God bless.
Yeah.
I heard Mr. Nismo actually went to his burial or funeral. I don't know if that's true or not.
I didn't know he went to his funeral, but I have heard that.
Yeah.
Like, it's Nismo is an OG.
Yeah. Nismo was definitely one of the guys that Frank came to love by the end of his life. Honestly, I was too. Again, if you ever heard him talk shit about New York City, especially in the prank calls more towards the end of his death, like I'm almost certain he was talking about me. Like when he was saying like I know cowards from New York City, I'm like, yeah, I'm almost certain you're talking about me because I was always calling him from my Brooklyn number and shit. What's up, Hood Hustler?
New York City, I remember.
Yeah, he was saying someone called from Kansas City and he was like, "Oh, fuck you from Kansas City. I don't give a fuck if you from New York City. I know a coward from New York City too." And I'm like, "Oh shit, he's talking about me." God, I love that man. God, I love Frank.
He cussed out by him. He's a Mike Tyson of shit talk.
Yeah.
He just went. He went straight for the KO every fucking sentence, every letter, every word mattered to him, and my God, he was gonna whoop your ass with it.
I wish that old.
I loved it.
You remember Charles from A to Z Pawn Shop, Charles Cronin?
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
he.
Charles Cronin. Yeah.
I wish he actually held his word and got a document, or not a document, or an interview with Frank Garrett, like in real life film, like he said he was. But it's sad that didn't happen because to this day we still don't have a good picture of Frank. We have that grainy shit.
Real. Yeah, is that grainy one of him walking like somebody took from a 2012 cell phone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's sad how he went though, man.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
He went out fighting though, because that man was a fighter.
Yeah, he got a lot of surgeries done at the Stillwell City Hospital. I think he had a stroke. I'm not certain about that, but I know he got a lot of surgeries, and he tried to fight until basically his last breath.
I heard he passed from cancer. It ended up being.
I could believe that.
Or at the end, he was fighting it because there is one call out there where he mentions that.
Yeah, I never thought though. I never thought he was being serious because I remember he got prank called by the Jesus lady, and she says, "Do you know Jesus?" And he's like, "I got terminal cancer. Can you cure it?" I thought he was just making a joke about, you know, like saying, "Can you perform a miracle?" So I never knew if that was true or not. Oh, inverted 30. Go ahead.
Me either. I always thought the exact same thing you just said. That, but the more I listened to that, and the more I heard his voice and the way he said it, it sounded like he meant it, you know. But then again, anybody can be a smart ass and make it sound like you can mean it, you know.
Yeah.
Especially him.
Especially him. Inverted 31, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, brother. That's exceedingly kind of you. Thank you, man. Truly. You guys are too generous. Thank you. Morales asks, any prank call channels do you recommend? Honestly, I have to defer that question to Matt, honestly, because, like I said, my favorite prank channels have all been banned. They have all been banned. Oh, yeah, I love Nightmare on Burton Street, Hood Hustler. I mean, I don't want to say I loved it because I know how scared those guys got, but I also love the effect it had, getting the prank call community in the news. It's definitely something I want to talk about in the document. So, Matt, any prank call channels you recommend?
Honestly, there's I don't think they do anything recent. The Platinum Phone, there's a world-class prankster, but then again, he hasn't been active for years. He used to call Chris the Hacker a lot too, but I don't know of any good recent ones either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to make the documentary, because like there's so much good stuff that's been lost to the annals of history that I just kind of want to honor, honestly.
I take it back. There is one I do know of. Let me search his name real quick. I suck there. It's Capsule Radio, I think.
So,
Let me see.
to answer Chozo's question while Matt is looking that up. So Chozo, honestly, mostly because mostly both, honestly. You look at prank calls like this, and by the way, this is a hilarious prank call, like a black guy in his prank call in Memphis. Definitely one you should watch if you've never seen prank calls before. But the problem is twofold. One, people are being prank called, so it's easy to kind of say that they're being victimized, right? And that a crime is being committed. And that's certainly something that YouTube has never been terribly excited to have on their platform. And two, there's so much vulgarity in it. You got these people saying they're going to beat the shit out of each other, kill each other all over a fucking wrong number, as far as they know.
Listen, I know. And 9 times out of 10, the best thing I love about crank calling is nobody thinks it's just some random asshole that's bored. They always think it's somebody they know.
Yes. Yes, that's what I love most about.
That is the best thing. It is such a mind fuck to them.
That's what I love most.
The ones.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I was
go.
going to say, and then the ones that are smartened up to it, they either, there's 3 responses. They join in the community. They either go, well, that's just stupid, or they don't believe them.
Precisely. That's what I love so much about Cali Tough Guy. Like, people have told Cali Tough Guy, hey, you're being prank called on YouTube, and he doesn't believe it. He thinks like it's his neighbor, and he thinks like his neighbor is just living in fear of him on a day-to-day basis. And like, he's the only guy I know who has talked to a soundboard for 1 hour and 12 minutes. Like, he talked to a recording of Frank Garrett for 1 hour and 13 minutes and 52 seconds. That's unreal. That's unreal. Like,
Have you heard of the Yellers?
Oh yeah, I was about to mention that one too. Yeah, they thought Rick Francisco was the one responsible for it. Like, I feel so bad for these guys. They must be real pieces of shit for them to think that they're responsible for it. But like, these people that are just getting blamed for prank calls that they're not responsible for.
I know, I love it. I love it.
It's too good. It's too good. Oh man. Yeah, for real. For real.
I can't find it. I think he does a lot of the Kiwi calls now.
Kiwi calls. It's Kiwi calls.
Yeah, it's where they call a bunch of New Zealand people.
Gotcha.
It's I cannot remember. I want to say it's Kiwi Radio or something like that. Watch as soon as the stream's over, or later today, I'll be like, oh fuck, I found it. There it is.
Oh yeah, Rick the Mullet Man versus Frank Garrett was amazing. Those two were like magic together. Those two were absolute magic together.
They were. Nightmare on Burton Street, bro.
Too good. Too good. And Frank's
got a whole... It was on the news. That's the best thing.
Yes, and Frank saw that eventually. Frank saw that it was on the news, and like when people would call him, he would assume, like in the latter half of his prank callers, he would assume that they're from Missouri or even make fun of them. I remember he said once, like, "You must be from North Missouri because no one else is that fucking stupid." Like, and he would talk about how Sugar Creek was scared to death of him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Jib, you're 100% spot on. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. They're not the brightest. They're not the brightest guys in the world. Thank you, Igor. You guys playing over there? What you doing, Joy? Matt, is there anything you want to hit as we approach the 2-hour mark? Is there anything you'd like to field as a topic for discussion?
Oh, I'm good, brother, man.
I know you said
it's just been good doing this again. I miss it.
You said you wanted... Oh, yeah, Yankee Tough Guy is fantastic, too. You said you wanted to talk about quantum mechanics and DMs. Do you still want to do that?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying there's no topic I won't discuss, basically. I love quantum mechanics, string theory.
Absolutely. So, what do you find to be the most compelling theory for the collapse of the wave function when an electron is observed going through a double slit?
Wasn't there a study that just come out that says that they don't change their properties after all, that we've been observing them wrong?
Oh, bull crap. I have not heard of that. I call bull crap. I gotta look that up. Yeah, thank you, Chosen Warrior. Joy loves being dressed up and fashionable.
Let me look it up. See, I just was reading this the other day because it popped up on either one of the Google things, like one of the little cards that pops up for you for stuff to read.
I think that would be worldwide news if they actually determined the reason for what causes the collapse of the wave function. That I think everyone would have heard about. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe some people wouldn't care, but.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different thing that they discovered.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries at all. Joy. She just jumped right off my chair onto the couch next to it. Yeah, thank you, Will. I do type fast. Yeah. Check out Mud Fossil University. What the heck's that? Oh, it's a YouTube channel? Gotcha. I don't know, Matt, if you're not prepared to talk about it, we don't have to, but long story short is that...
No, we can. I'm just going refreshing myself on it.
Yeah, no worries. Not much out of you, Blue Water. Long story short is I believe that consciousness causes collapse. Or I shouldn't say I believe it to be the most probable theory of all the theories. I find the multiversal theory to be absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, I find it to be at odds with Occam's razor, honestly. Like, you really expect me to believe that that multiple universes somehow justifies, an electron behaving differently when observed than not behaving differently when observed. And I think most people don't find that compelling either. Now, most people find compelling the theory that observation causes collapse, which is very much adjacent to the idea that consciousness causes collapse. Honestly, the only thing that changes about it is philosophy, but I think it's a very important distinction because, I believe it was the delayed choice quantum erasure experiment that proved that unconscious observation doesn't cause that collapse when you're actually looking at an electron traveling through a double slit. I'm not completely sure on it. Like I said, I'm not prepared to speak on this. I've done a
No,
But-
I know where you're at.
yeah.
No, I 100% understand. It basically is the age-old adage of, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, did it actually fall?
Which we know it does.
Or did it make a noise?
Yeah, did it make a noise? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, but if no one's around to observe it, then how do we know it made a noise?
Realm of Dark Side said
And
someone found the irate black
and
man's
then-
son, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
No, Realm of Dark Side
Realm of
was
Dark
talking about someone found the irate black man's son a long time ago. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Mr.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that either.
Mr. Junior Monroe. But yeah, sorry. What? I remember there was a philosopher who said that who found consciousness causes collapse to be the most compelling, and then he completely flipped on it. Or it was actually a scientist saying that one's ability to kick a rock somehow disproves consciousness causes collapse, and it somehow. Jib says perhaps it's more a case of you being aware of one outcome rather than collapsing the wave. Well, I'm not trying to insinuate that we willfully collapse the wave. I'm trying to say that
Right, but when does it become willful at that point?
right.
If you know what you're doing causes the collapse of something and you choose to do it,
That's a good
was
one.
it? You got to bring in free will to it also.
I agree.
Like, free will is a big factor in everything, because I keep bringing to mind, I think, therefore I am.
Cogito
Because
sum, ergo sum.
it's just Schrodinger's equation in general is what's got me wrapped around it. Like, do we observe it, and it is that because we observed it, or did we observe something that we didn't cause?
Jib
And
says
at the same time,
go ahead.
Schrodinger's cat, like, there's a cat in a box. Is it alive or is it dead? You don't know until you observe it.
Right, it exists in a superposition of both alive and dead until it's observed. But the question is that true until it's observed by a conscious observer or any mechanical observation? And again, I always have to return to the delayed choice quantum erasure experiment. I just find that compelling evidence that, consciousness, that conscious observation is
Well, how can you collect data without conscious observation?
precisely.
I mean, yeah, you're not going to be able to collect the data unless you know what to look for, or have something that can record it and know where to look.
BBB briefly asks who I'm voting for. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that, but if I could choose any of the candidates, I would like to see DeSantis win the office. Philip Leak says, people need to vote for themselves for president and political office to keep out tyrannical people. Indeed. Hey, take care, Chozo. Jed says, if consciousness, the inside world, is capable of affecting the outside world, I believe this is evidence for non-dualism, which inside is found on the outside, vice versa.
Hey, thanks, Chozo. I love you, brother, man. I hope you have a good evening, bro.
I don't believe in dualism, but I do believe in the existence of the soul. I believe that, honestly, especially if consciousness causing collapse is correct, then that's evidence, at least philosophically, that humans aren't quite bags of meat so much as we are actually... we're not a ghost in the shell if you're a dualist, right? We are a ghost and the shell is secondary. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, I get it. I agree.
Great anime, by the way, and great thought process.
BBBS, have you heard of that
I
mouse?
love it.
The mouse universe? Yeah, I believe I've done a whole math paper in high school about that experiment. I forget what was the guy's name. John Milton? The Beautiful Ones? No, John Milton that's an author. Who did that experiment? Calhoun. That's right. Yeah, The Beautiful Ones. Basically, you put the Mouse Utopia experiment. Yeah, you put
Oh, dude, that was horrible, bro.
But it's
that talk about shit shows.
But it's really a perfect commentary upon society because
Most definitely. I mean, it
was a shit show though.
Yeah, I firmly believe the Western world emulates that Beautiful Ones experiment because like we practically live in a world, if you're in America, where we don't have a whole lot of problems, and so we create our own problems. We contrive issues where they don't exist, like fat phobia, transgenderism, like these complete non-issues that don't actually exist to people who live in war-torn countries. Like, you said cruel but very insightful. Yeah, I mean, you ask someone living in war-torn Sudan if they feel like their gender is being validated, and they will just slap you up top of the side of the head, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you wasting my fucking time? Who would win in a fight?
Or laugh at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philip Leak asks, who would win in a fight between Doomsday and Juggernaut? A lot of folks said Juggernaut, while I'm like, Doomsday and bops the floor. Doomsday would win.
With Juggernaut?
Yeah, I think he would.
Which why is this even a comparison? It's Doomsday all day, man.
Yeah,
like Doomsday. If Superman can one shot Juggernaut, then Doomsday can one shot Juggernaut. Because Superman and Doomsday go toe to toe.
Precisely. Now that's.
And Batman's the only one that Doomsday respects, though.
Batman has that plot armor. You can't beat that. You can't beat plot armor.
Oh yeah, but what he says to him when he says, "You're willing to sacrifice your friends and your world and everything just to stop me," and he goes, "Yes," and he goes, pretty much, I'm summarizing. He goes, "I respect that," and he releases Batman.
No, I'm not familiar with Alan Watts. Who asked that? Jed. Sorry. If it's something that you think I should add to my reading list, though, I would love recommendations from you guys on that, by the way. And I'm more than willing to share my reading list with you guys if, for whatever reason, you guys are interested in it. I think I've moved it to my e-reader already.
That's true, Jib.
Yeah, the next thing I'm reading, this was recommended to me by a high school friend who is now a very big boy at Amazon, is Energy and Civilization and History by Vaclav Smil. Contrarily, I recommended to him. He asked me for a recommendation. He's extremely high up in Amazon. He asked me for a recommendation. I recommended him A Patriot's History of the United States. Basically a counterpoint to A People's History of the United States, which is a very openly socialist book. But Philip, if you have things that you would recommend I add to my reading list, I would love that. Philip Leak says, people have used the gem of cyto crack as an excuse, and how Doomsday is mindless as cop-outs for how Juggernaut. Yeah, I mean, in general, I prefer to read over listening, especially because it's a lot easier to freely acquire, reading material. But as I become busier in my life, and as I have to spend more of my life driving, for example, I need to lean into podcasts and things of that nature more often. I'd say podcasts are basically the only time I get the news. I'll use podcasts while driving to hear the latest on political discourse and the latest on news. Otherwise, I won't really consume it myself. Is there any other topic that you guys would like to hit? Matt, do you have anything at all you'd like to hit, brother? I know I've kept you for a couple of hours. I apologize.
Oh no, man, I'm sorry. I took up too much of y'all's time.
No, you didn't take up time. Yeah, I'm happy, dude. You're my guest. Love to have you.
I appreciate you, brother. I really do. It's an honor.
No, it's an honor to have you, truly. Um, if anyone in the chat has anything you guys really wanna, what political podcast do I like? Good question. I don't know if I should share that one. I don't want you guys to judge me. All right. Don't judge me. But the dude and I, we used to talk when he was really tiny, so I still like listening to him to this day, even though I don't agree with a lot of what he says. But I legitimately enjoy listening to Ben Shapiro simply because he and I have actually talked before, so it's fun having that connection. Inverted 31 says, Michio Keko, I feel like you would like his books. He wrote them. Alternate universe theories. Good stuff. One will like...
Haku. Oh yeah, dude, he's got some good theories, dude. I like listening to some of his talks.
Realm of Darkside, I would watch prank calls live. The problem is, if I do too much of that, I mean, I got people like Gamil watching right now who are just dying for a reason to report my stream. So, like, if I listen to people saying, you know, where the fuck you at, bruh, and you know, pull up, I'm gonna raw dog your mother's ass. Like, you know, they're just gonna mass report this. What says, do y'all play fighting games? No. The only one I have experience with is Smash. I'm decent at Smash, but I don't play whatsoever.
I do, but I haven't played anything newer than
Street Fighter 5. I didn't get 6. I don't know why. I just didn't want it. And our King of Fighters 15 or 14. I forget which one I've got. That's the newest ones I played.
Dude, I find...
And the
Go ahead.
Samurai Showdown. Like, I'm a fan of fighting games, but not the newer ones. Like, I love Samurai Showdowns. Anything from SNK and Capcom is pretty much golden. You can't go wrong. Even the little janky knockoff ones are good.
Dude, I love Capcom, but I hate what they've been doing about censorship lately. Like, again, forgive the degeneracy, but anyone who censors... Jed, thank you so much for becoming a member. I sincerely appreciate that, brother. But anyone who censors cleavage and censors booties, it won't censor, you know, guys who are roided out and, you know, are pretty much completely naked. I don't understand that logic. It doesn't make sense to me. And, like, just on a philosophical level, I'll be like, alright, so it's just an excuse not to play video games, which, in my old age, is mostly a waste of time anyway. Jib, thank you so much. You said you're too good and interesting not to do streaming. I'm sorry, man. I suck at streaming. It's thanks to guys like Matt carrying the load that these streams could be interesting. BBB asked, why do I think
I'm just trying, man.
Well, you're a perfect companion, my friend. You said, why do I think birth rates are collapsing in the first world? Honestly, exactly what we were talking about earlier, BBB. The Beautiful Ones experiment.
Society.
What was that?
Modern society.
Yeah.
Like, I think the typical family structure is collapsing. Or what's viewed as the typical family structure is collapsing. And it's not the direct cause of everything, but it's got a lot to do with it.
It's precisely what the elites, you know, want to happen in my opinion. But I also think
Oh yeah.
we're almost a one-to-one example of that Beautiful Ones experiment. Like, people just becoming complete recluses, just spending all day grooming themselves. I mean, what's our equivalent to grooming ourselves, right? Like, watching porn, playing video games, you know, or women, if not to be stereotypical, but, you know, you got ladies just literally grooming themselves all day to post pictures of themselves on Instagram, and, like, people completely against the family structure, like Matt just mentioned. Like, people don't want to have kids because they've been convinced it's so expensive and whatnot. And I'm like, it's not expensive. People have been doing it since the times of cavemen. You talk about what? Baby clothes are expensive? You can get buckets of free baby clothes on Facebook Marketplace. Shut up. But I don't know. I could go off on a tangent, obviously. Ronald Darkseid asked, when did I discover the prank call community? Also, I assume Duncan is your favorite victim because of the thumbnail. Yeah, 100%. I was a kid. I think I was like 14 at the time. Obviously, Frank was still alive. So I want to say like 07, 08, 09 maybe. And yeah, actually the prank call community was what got me into other lockout communities because like Frank Garrett, Frank Garrett getting prank called by Christian, that's how I discovered Christian. Getting prank called by Robert Chandler, that's how I discovered him. Do I think there's any chance of MO342 making the debut on Level 1 podcast? We've talked about it. We both love it. Obviously, he has a bunch of people obsessed with him just like I do, so he does want to be careful about it, but I'll obviously be happy to host him. By the way, for all you MO fans, I recently helped MO get that strike off his channel, and I'm very happy to see he'll be streaming again soon. Philip Leak says, I wouldn't worry too much with that stuff because God is going to get rid of the wicked people. Yeah, I don't know about that. God doesn't, in my opinion, he doesn't directly interact with the world. God doesn't have a right hand with which to punch people. That's why, religion compels people to be soldiers of God. Sorry, Matt, I've been going off.
No, it's good, dude. Like, I'm a Christian. Honestly, I think society needs Jesus. We all do. Like, I'm not going to go off on a religious rant, but this is just my personal beliefs. If yours or anybody else is different, that's cool with me, too. This is just my personal view.
Dude, I could 100% go off about that as well. Like, if you see the way people kind of revere fiction these days, like the way people follow, for example, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, people getting their fucking philosophy from... people legitimately getting their life philosophy from, like, a silly rant written by some nerdy guy, ascribed to, what's the Marvel villain? Thanos, I believe? Or is it Thanatos? Is it Thanos or Thanatos?
Thanos.
Oh, Thanos, thank you. Yeah, so,
it's Thanos,
yeah, Thanos. Yeah, see, I'm not a big Marvel guy, but like people are legitimately getting their fucking all idol worship, exactly. People are legitimately getting their personal philosophy and lifestyle modus operandi from the fiction they consume. And if you want to be kind of insulting to religious people, you could argue, well, that's what the Bible always was. Okay, fair enough, but at least these biblical scriptures were kind of geared towards promoting a healthy lifestyle. I don't know. I could really go off about it, and I'll try not to because I don't want to reveal my power level, but...
I'm right there with you, dude.
Precisely. Well, brother, I've ranted long enough. I think my dogs would love to be taken on a WAOK by me. I can't say the word, otherwise they'll freak out.
Yeah, I can't say the word. Well, they're not in here right now, but I can't say go outside because they all go ape shit and start barking.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, me too, bro. Listen, it's been an honor hanging with you, man.
No, it's been an honor talking to you. Sorry to cut you up, but I think that we should definitely do this again in the future. Next time I'll be prepared for
Most definitely.
for you having a webcam. Because honestly, I just wasn't prepared for that. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Because normally I have a system for how to easily do it, but like when you were mentioning it at the last minute, I was like, oh shit. So we should.
You're good, dude. Don't worry about it. I didn't know if I should need one or not, so I just had meat grinder Mike, yes, and Tom the pissed off roofer, yes.
Yeah.
Hood hustler. Those are some good ones. I just saw that. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
People don't remember.
Most definitely, dude.
In the beginning, Tom was almost as popular as Frank Garrett. People don't remember that.
Oh yeah, I talked to Tom personally, dude. They knew at one point. Well, I won't go into much more detail, but I told him I was from a local newspaper. I was doing a story on him, and I talked to him, and they're just were regular people that were really upset that he cussed out someone that day. They felt so horrible about it. And eventually they just stopped answering the phone calls. They just gave up. They're like, yeah, we got to stop. So they stopped.
God bless indeed. Titos, thank you so much again for becoming a member. Jed, thank you for becoming a member. Inverted31, thank you for the super chat. Chronicle, thank you for the super chat. Disaster, thank you for the super chat. Chaotic Truth Live, thank you for the super chat. Surter, thank you for becoming a member. Jay, thank you for the way too generous super chat. Jib, thank you for the tip. My brother, Mr. Silvering, thank you for the super chat. And Danny Summers, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate you guys. If you need anything, guys, leave me a comment.
You, brother. Realm with Dark Side. You're awesome, bro.
Oh, don't even worry about it, 31. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to head out and go spoil my pack of puppies. Choka, thank you for being a member. God bless you. Great to see you. Much love to all of you. See you next time.